In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on January 21st, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Portland Trail Blazers versus Miami Heat. It's an intriguing interconference showdown in South Beach as the Portland Trail Blazers take on the Miami Heat on Tuesday night. Both teams are striving to gain momentum in their respective playoff races, and this matchup holds significant implications for each squad. We have all the details covered with our Trail Blazers versus Heat prediction. Portland enters this game riding the high of a 113-102 victory over the Chicago Bulls in their previous contest on Sunday night. That win came as a pleasant surprise, as the Trail Blazers triumphed outright despite being 4.5-point underdogs. On the other hand, Miami comes into this matchup fresh off a commanding 128-107 win against the San Antonio Spurs at home on Sunday afternoon, where they successfully covered the spread as 3.5-point favorites. Historically, the Trail Blazers hold a 42-30 edge in the all-time regular season series between these teams, but Miami has taken control of the rivalry in recent times. The Heat have won the last 3 meetings, including a dominant 119-98 victory on the road earlier this season on January 11th. The Trail Blazers might find themselves shorthanded again, as key players Robert Williams and Anthony Simons are both listed as questionable for this game. Meanwhile, the Heat continue to navigate their own challenges as they remain without Josh Richardson. Injuries have been a recurring issue for Portland, further compounding the struggles of a team that has underperformed throughout the season. Their woes are particularly evident on the road, where they have posted an abysmal 5-16 record this year. Miami, however, comes into this game with renewed confidence after their decisive win against San Antonio. Despite facing their own set of adversities, the Heat remain firmly in contention for the Southeast Division title. Miami's reputation as a strong defensive team gives them a clear edge against a Portland squad that has been inconsistent at best, even when fully healthy. The Heat's ability to capitalize on their opponent's weaknesses could play a pivotal role in this matchup. One of the hallmarks of the Miami Heat's gameplay is their commitment to fundamentals, a trait that has consistently set them apart. They rank 6th in the NBA in turnovers per game, averaging just 12.5, which highlights their discipline and careful ball handling. On the other side, Portland has struggled significantly in this area, ranking 29th overall with a concerning 15.8 turnovers per game. This stark contrast gives Miami a significant advantage in terms of maintaining possession and controlling the flow of the game. Additionally, the Heat are a respectable 12th in the league in defensive efficiency, allowing only 110 points per 100 possessions. They'll face the challenge of slowing down a Trail Blazers team that ranks near the bottom of the league in offensive efficiency, scoring just 105 points per 100 possessions. Portland's defensive struggles are equally glaring, as they sit 27th in efficiency, allowing 115 points per 100 possessions. With the Trail Blazers currently on a 1-5 straight-up run, including 4 losses by margins of 18 points or more, it's reasonable to expect Miami to methodically dismantle their opponent in this game. Missing key players is likely to spell disaster for the Trail Blazers in this matchup, as the Heat appear well positioned to secure consecutive wins. So the Miami Heat to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. During Portland's recent 1-4 straight-up slump, the team's offensive struggles have been starkly evident. They've failed to score more than 103 points in 3 of those games, which underscores their lack of firepower. One of these lackluster performances was their 119-98 defeat to Miami, which took place in Portland. With the venue now shifting to Miami, a place where the Heat traditionally perform well, it wouldn't be surprising to see the Trail Blazers once again struggle to break the 100-point mark. As for Miami, while they aren't known for being an offensive juggernaut, their methodical style often leads to efficient scoring. However, the Heat's slow pace, ranking 27th in the league with just 99.2 possessions per game, limits their opportunities to put up massive point totals. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Knicks versus Brooklyn Nets. It's a clash for dominance in New York City on Tuesday, January 21st, as the Knicks face off against the Nets. The Knicks have established themselves as a strong contender this season, boasting a 28-16 record and holding third place in the Eastern Conference standings. They've already bested the Nets twice this season, both times by convincing double-digit margins. In contrast, the Nets are struggling with a 14-29 record, having lost 13 of their last 16 games and appearing to be in a downward spiral. The Knicks continue to play without Mitchell Robinson, while the Nets are closely monitoring the availability of both Ben Simmons and D'Angelo Russell, who remain questionable for this matchup. New York heads into this game on the second night of a back-to-back following an impressive comeback win against the Hawks on Monday. That victory served as a bit of payback for a prior loss to Atlanta during the NBA Cup knockout stage earlier this season. Karl-Anthony Towns displayed some rust offensively during the Knicks' win over the Hawks, but he played a significant 37 minutes, showing strong defensive engagement and sinking a crucial three-pointer to help secure the win in the fourth quarter. In this game, Towns and the Knicks offense are well positioned to exploit the Nets' weaknesses in the paint. Brooklyn ranks 25th in rebounding, providing ample chances for Josh Hart and the Knicks, ranked 6th in rebound percentage, to generate second-chance opportunities. Even with Towns potentially seeing reduced minutes due to the back-to-back, his offensive impact is expected to be meaningful. Additionally, if the Knicks' frontcourt isn't a major factor, Jalen Brunson is poised to take the reins, benefiting from a favorable matchup against Brooklyn's porous perimeter defense. On the wing, Mikal Bridges should also find success, leveraging Brunson's ability to draw defenders and create open looks. With New York's offense ranked in the top 5 league-wide and their defense steadily improving to 14th in defensive rating, they are well equipped to handle a Nets team ranked 25th in both offensive and defensive efficiency. New York has already defeated Brooklyn twice this season, each time by double digits, and Tuesday's game should follow a similar script. The Knicks have been strong as double-digit favorites, going 7-3-1 against the spread in those scenarios. Their top 5 scoring offense gives them a decisive edge over a Nets team severely weakened by injuries. Brooklyn has struggled at home, holding a 6-12 record against the spread, further underscoring the Knicks' favorable position. Although the Knicks have not been at their absolute peak recently, they are relatively healthy and riding momentum from a solid win over the Hawks. Conversely, the Nets continue to falter, with another loss adding to their woes and multiple key players sidelined due to injuries. The Knicks have also dominated this rivalry, winning 8 consecutive games against the Nets. While the back-to-back schedule could pose a challenge, New York has managed to cover the spread in 7 of their last 10 games as double-digit favorites. Meanwhile, the Nets are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 outings as double-digit underdogs, and their recent performances suggest they may be entering tank mode, as evidenced by increasingly lopsided defeats and a growing injury report. Brooklyn lacks the offensive firepower necessary to keep up with the Knicks in this matchup. Additionally, the Nets are coming off a grueling 10-day road trip where they posted a 1-5 record and were blown out in 3 of those losses by playoff-caliber teams. With Karl-Anthony Towns back in the Knicks lineup, New York's offense takes on an entirely different dimension, adding another layer of difficulty for the beleaguered Nets. While the betting line may seem intimidating, the Knicks should encounter little resistance in dispatching this depleted Brooklyn team. So the New York Knicks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. When looking at the total, the over has hit in 24 of New York's games this season and 13 of their road games. Similarly, the over has hit in 22 of Brooklyn's home games. Despite both teams ranking near the bottom in pace, their defensive vulnerabilities suggest a high-scoring affair. New York as the 3rd best shooting team in the league, and Brooklyn as one of the weakest teams in defending the three-point line, create a recipe for the over to hit. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Orlando Magic versus Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors are set to face off against the Orlando Magic at Scotiabank Arena. Orlando beat Toronto 106-97 on January 3rd. In their past 10 matchups, the Magic have gone 7-3 both straight up and against the spread. Additionally, those games have consistently leaned toward low-scoring affairs, with the under hitting in 7 out of 10 contests. Orlando continues to grapple with injuries as Jalen Suggs remains sidelined. Gary Harris and Jet Howard are both listed as questionable, while the Raptors have ruled out Emmanuel Quickley and have Chris Boucher listed as questionable. On paper, the Magic appear to have an edge, especially since they've secured victories in 6 of their last 7 meetings with the Raptors. However, their injury woes have significantly impacted their performance, leading to losses in 7 of their last 10 games. Furthermore, their offensive struggles have been glaring, with the team scoring 100 points or fewer in 6 of those 10 outings. On the other hand, Toronto is dealing with a couple of injuries, but is generally generally in better health than in recent weeks. This improved roster stability has contributed to their success in 2 of their last 3 games. At the moment, neither team is in peak form, making it difficult to place unwavering confidence in either side. The Raptors, however, showed flashes of brilliance earlier in the week, claiming impressive victories over the Warriors and the Celtics. Although they stumbled against the Bucks in their last game, they have the potential to pull off a minor upset if they can replicate their earlier performances. If the Raptors can overcome teams like the Celtics and Warriors on their home court, they certainly have the capability to beat a Magic squad plagued by injuries. While this game might not be the most visually appealing, the Toronto Raptors to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The under is 47-30 in Orlando's last 77 games. The Magic are the slowest paced team in the league and rank second to last in offensive efficiency. With Jalen Suggs unavailable, their offensive struggles are likely to persist, as they've been held to 100 points or fewer in 3 consecutive games and 6 of their last 10 matchups. The Raptors are also dealing with offensive setbacks, with one of their key scorers quickly unavailable and Boucher potentially missing as well. Orlando's defensive strength is a significant factor, as they rank first in opponent offensive rebounding rate and second in forced turnovers. Meanwhile, Toronto's vulnerability lies in their tendency to commit turnovers, ranking in the bottom 5 in the league, and their offensive rebounding may be less effective than usual against the Magic's dominant rebounding defense. Orlando's success this season has been built on a strong defensive foundation, with the team excelling at shutting down perimeter and paint opportunities. Additionally, the Magic allow the fewest offensive rebounds per game to opponents, making it even harder for the Raptors to capitalize on second-chance opportunities. With Orlando's deliberate pace and stout defense paired with Toronto's inconsistent offense, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.